Hello, hello, hello. How are we all on this fine Friday morning? I'm joined by special guest George again. How are we doing, George?
Hello, good morning. I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
I am delighted myself. Right. So we obviously have got Emley tomorrow in the first pre-season game. Kicks off at 3 p.m. at the Fantastic Media Welfare Ground. And I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, George is going tomorrow. He'll have a match day vlog coming out as soon as he can. But yeah, it'll just gives everyone a chance to see what the lads are like, working as a team. And hopefully, we can start the pre-season off with a win. But yeah, I'm just gonna go over what my predicted lineup is. Just to give you all a bit of what I think. I hope. I don't know why I've got an ad down there. There we go. But yeah, this is what I hope or want the lineup to be. It's pretty strong 11 just to see how the team can go. Obviously, Lee Nichols in goal, but obviously we're hoping to get Goodman over the line. Hopefully, it comes through today. Apparently, that the deal's done. It's just we've got to wait for Crystal Palace to tell us that we can announce the deal, apparently. And then obviously defence, we've got the new centre backs in Lowe and Rowan. Obviously, I think that'll be a very nice partnership. With Lowe from Wickham, Rowan from Lincoln. I just think overall that is a really good centre back partnership. And then we've got for the full backs, Miller, bit of that pace down the left. Spencer, again, his best position's full back, as we mentioned before. I think he'll be lethal down that right hand side. Then we've got the midfield partnership of David Kasumu and Ledson. I think that partnership could be really well. Ledson with a Jonathan Hogg type role from, as we've mentioned before, David Kasumu, he's got pace, he's now got the experience. I think he's a really good central midfielder now. And I think that pairing can be and will be quite lethal. And obviously, I've got Wiles in front of them. Wiles, we saw what he could do last season. Give him the ball, he'll show you what he can do. I just think he's going to have another good season, getting some goals, get them assists. And yeah, I've obviously gone with Ruskin on the left. Because, like I said before, that Mansfield, I think it was when Miller and Ruskin were playing down that left flank, Jesus Christ, that was deadly. I'd love to see more of that this season. Obviously, we could try it out again pre-season, see how that works. Obviously, we could use it against Emley. Obviously, we don't know what formation Lee Grant is wanting to do and his style of play, so we will find out in this game. Obviously, I think we'll have a mixture of teams, like we did last season. Just to, so that everyone can have their chance. And obviously, I've gone for Harness on the right. Like I say, I think his strongest position is on the right. Like I say, he can play anywhere the gaffer wants to play him, but I think his strongest position is on that right, and we can see how he goes. And up front, obviously, I've got Joe Taylor. I want him to have a big season this year. Banging goals, top goal scorer. I want. But yeah, personally, I think that's a very strong lineup. I know it's only a pre-season fixture, but again, you want to see what your strongest team can produce. Really, see if they can, work together. Because last season we didn't really have a stable team. The same lineup. We only had it 1-2 games maybe. But yeah, not a stable lineup. So I just feel injuries. Hopefully, we don't get as many this season. But yeah, that is my lineup. George, want a quick few words about my predicted lineup?
Yeah, I will. Okay, so obviously Nichols, in goal. Which again, obviously we're still hoping for the announcement of good and late today, hopefully, as well as the new kit. Obviously, you've got Harness, Lure, Rowan, and Miller, which is a good. I think that's a good. That is also good. I think obviously there's obviously Lure coming from Wickham, and Rowan coming from Lincoln. I think them two, I think, will be quite good at defence. Obviously, hopefully we can see that tomorrow. Obviously Miller, obviously. This is last. I think this is his last year of his contract at Town, unless he gets another year. But obviously, it was quite good last season. Didn't bag any goals, but I think he'll get some goals up on his name this season. Obviously, Kasumu and Ledson. Obviously, Ledson's new. It was the first one we got in. But hopefully we can see a bit from him tomorrow if he starts. Or obviously, Kasumu obviously is a decent player. I like him. He's quite decent. Harness, Wiles, and Ruskin. I mean Harness obviously. We want to show Lee Grant what he's about. Obviously, Lee Grant brought him in. Obviously, he's had quite a few connections with him at Ipswich and stuff like that. Wiles, obviously, it was okay last season. Obviously, he bagged quite a few goals for himself. Obviously, now with obviously Josh Corona's gone and stuff like that. Obviously, we want another. I think we just need another striker in at least. That's what we need at the minute. Obviously, Ruskin, he was good last season when we signed him for the remainder of the season. Obviously, he's quite good. Obviously, he did bag a few goals as well. And then obviously Taylor up front, as you said. I think hopefully it could be the top goal scorer for us. He needs to bag some goals this season. Obviously, I got was it 2 or 3? How many? 2 or 3 last season? I'm pretty sure. So I think Taylor up front, it will be good. Obviously, hope to see him getting some goals this season. Obviously, so yeah, it's a good lineup, I think, mate. So
yeah. Right, now that we've gone over mine, I've asked George to give us his predicted lineup, and we'll just have a quick overview of it. So, George, if you want to take us through it.
Yeah, of course. So obviously, I've gone with the same Nichols in goal. Obviously, it's really no one new really to get in goal. Obviously, we've only got Nichols and Captain at the minute. So so obviously I've gone with Spencer, Blair, Rowan, and Sorensen. Obviously, I've not played Miller in this one because obviously I think I'll probably on the bench knowing it. Because I don't know what league I was wanting to use or I don't know which players I want to use for tomorrow. So only if it's a pre-season fixture, but that's what I've gone for. Obviously, Low and Rowan I think could be a good defensive pair. Obviously, as we all know, so I think it'll be kind of them two are going to be like, pretty much defending pretty much all game if needed. But so Sorensen as well. Obviously, it was good start last season with all the assists and stuff like that. So hopefully we can see him getting a little bit better coming into this season. Obviously, so I've gone with him. Next, we've got Wiles, Harness, Ledson, and Kasumu. I think obviously Wiles obviously needs to just get his form back up. Obviously, last season he did have a little bit of a dip before he got into some goal scoring form. So obviously that'd be good for him to get into that lineup and obviously back some goals for himself in pre-season. I think it's last pre-season, obviously, at last season. So Harness, Ledson, obviously they're new, and I think obviously them two could be quite dangerous this pre-season. Obviously, I'm going to
definitely
late season, obviously. So I think them two might be, quite dangerous going into next season, obviously. So obviously, Kasumu. I think obviously he signed a new contract till 2027, so good to see him signing contract. And obviously, I think obviously did bag a few goals for himself last season. Obviously did dip. Obviously, I think he had an injury. I think or something last season. So, and up front, I've gone with the front two. Obviously depending if obviously Dion Charles and Joe Taylor are both fit. But yeah, I've gone Joe Taylor and Dion Charles. Obviously Taylor, I think will be hopefully a top goal scorer for us next season because I think
Hopefully, yeah.
hopefully. But obviously only got 2 goals last season, obviously. So, but yeah, I've gone Taylor. Obviously Dion Charles obviously came through the door in January. Hasn't bagged a goal for himself yet, obviously. I think he's been injured for some of the time as well, obviously. So obviously, I think it could be hopefully this season. I think he'll bag at least a good few goals, obviously. Be nice to see him score for once. And as I say, yeah, I think that's just going to be how it is. Obviously, we don't know what League's wanting to play. Obviously,
No.
we'll have to wait and find out. So could be, something like that, or something like your lineup, or something new that we don't know, or whatever the hell. So yeah, that's my lineup. But hopefully, we can see something changing whenever the lineup comes out tomorrow as well. So
yeah. Right, now that we've what we hope for the lineups, let's go over predictions. George, let's start with you. What do you think the score prediction will be?
well, yeah, it's a pre-season friendly, but obviously last time we played these, lot were better than 5-0. So
well, yeah,
this one obviously. Well, obviously, I'm going to back a Town win. Obviously, I've got to back us again. But let's see. I'm in the middle of 2 predictions, but I'm going to go with a. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Town win.
Yeah, goal scorers.
Goal scorers. Oh God. I will back. We will back. We'll back Wiles to get one.
Yeah.
We'll back. But I think Brody Spencer might get one.
Yeah.
And I think, or back on you lads, I think Joe might get one as well for himself.
Yeah. Nice. I'm gonna also with a Town win. I think put the Nick 4, maybe 4-0. Obviously I'll go with Taylor to bag one in. I think, like you say, low. I think if we get a corner set piece, I think he'll be dominant in there. So I think he'll get one there. I'll also go with Kasumu. I think he got one last year. I don't know. He might have done. But I think through middle, I think he might bag one. And then I'm going to go with Harness, see on right hand side if he does play there. If he can bag one in. So yeah, strong predictions overall. Like I say, I think we'll cut it there for the day. Like I say, go check out George's match day vlog later on tomorrow. Obviously, it'll be up after the game. Obviously, check socials. We'll be updating as the game go on. Lineup goals, etc. But yeah, Emley tomorrow. If there's any news, we'll post up on it. But yeah, like I say, up the Town, everybody.
Town.